there, you guys. Long time no see. It's been about a month since I last posted over here, and a lot has changed. I left you off with a vlog of my venture across the country. But I'm here now, and I've been here for a little while. But I have not been able to really start a vlog, and it feels like every time I sit down to try to start filming, which I've done a lot of, I just don't know what to say because there's a lot that I feel I need to catch you guys up on. So I figured, why not sit down now, just make a video, say hello, here I am, here are some new things, and then continue forth with more vlogs and being a little more diligent on it, because recently I've just felt a little bit stuck and I would like to stop feeling stuck. So I think this is step number one to get through that. This past month has been really busy settling in and kind of finding my footing in this new land. My mom drove across the country with me, and she stayed for about a week before flying back home. In that time, she helped me set up the house, get the chimneys working, and kind of get a lay of the land up here. Currently, I'm living in a house that was built by my great-grandfather, and I've come up here most summers of my life, but I haven't been here for maybe 3 or 4 years at this point, so it's very different from what I'm used to, and there's a lot of new things to kind of experience. Also, I was a little bit young when I was up here before, so it's very different to experience it as more of an adult. Besides, I am now currently living about as far away as I could possibly get from anybody that I know while still being on the continental United States. So there's a lot of adjustment with that kind of venture, especially now in the world we're in with COVID and everything. It is a little bit strange. Though that was kind of one of the biggest reasons why I decided to start my journey here in Washington. I guess for those of you that don't know, right now I am beginning my venture forward in life to discover where I want to live. Up until this point, I spent my entire life in a small town in Northern Virginia, and I'd been on adventures elsewhere, but I'd never truly lived anywhere beyond that town. And I've always been curious about everywhere else, and as much as I loved where I grew up, it doesn't really feel like it sings to my soul the way that I hope to find somewhere else. So here I am, searching for the song that sings to my soul. So I figured, why not start in an ancestral home that is in Washington, not exactly where I would want to live. It is a little bit too close to civilization. I have neighbors. I've never had neighbors in my life. There are people literally right there and around me, and it's crazy. That's also part of the reason that I've been struggling to film vlogs, because I'm not very good at filming in front of people, because I've never had to, and now they can just kind of peek in my windows, and it's a little awkward, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better at it, and I'll figure it out here soon. But like I said, this isn't really the exact area that I would want to live forever, but it is kind of smack dab in the middle of all the places I want to explore in Washington, and so that feels kind of perfect. I've already been on a couple adventures. I went up north to Deception Pass, and I've been down south a little bit, and even today I'm planning on going on a whole nother adventure, but I plan on filming that in a vlog that I will be sharing with you. But like I said, I've been here for a month, and a lot has changed. I saw a lot of you asking if I brought my labs with me across the country, and unfortunately I did not. I tried my hardest to get custody of them, but they're my family dogs, and so they are bonded to more people than just me. Besides, they're a little bit old to make the trek across the country. I do miss them so much and I wish they were out here, but they're more people's dogs than just mine, so I couldn't really take them with me. But within the first few days of being here, the house felt really too empty without another dog or just, a four-legged creature running around. And so my mom and I started the hunt for any dogs that needed a home. And well, we came across this little lady. Come here, you. Ooh, you are turning into a very big baby. For those of you that follow my other channel, you'll have seen her a few times over there. When I first got her, she came to me a little bit worse for wear. She had a pretty bad infection in her face that the doctor or vet assumed it was maybe from a cat scratch from her previous home, but it was pretty decent and she ended up having to have surgery. I took her to the emergency vet and it was a whole thing, and she had a drain and had to wear a cone, and my poor little baby, she had a little bit of a rough beginning, and she also was coated in fleas, and it was just kind of an adventure to get you back to health, huh? But now we are doing much better. She is pretty much all the way healthy and has turned into a crazy wild puppy, which is also an adventure in and of itself. So recently I have just had my hands full with the little bean trying to take care of her. Oh, and her name is not Bean. Her name is Hazel, but I call her Little Bean because she looks like a little bean. She is a straight back German Shepherd, and she is just such a beautiful little girl, and I absolutely love her. So I suppose the biggest update I have for you all is her and just our little family out here, me and her. Beyond that though, I've been spending a lot of time trying to get a feel for this area and just kind of learn how it speaks, the language of the land, if you will. It's very different here from back home, and there's a lot of things that I wasn't quite expecting, but it's been an adventure and I'm really loving it. Initially when I came out here, I really wasn't sure how long I'd stay. I was thinking I'd maybe be out here till December and then maybe head off to Vermont or somewhere new. But I'm really loving being out here, and I think I'm gonna stay a little longer. Part of my plan with my life moving forward is to just spend chunks of time in all these different places. And I was thinking I would probably spend a month or two in each, but I'm coming to realize that that's not enough time to really get to know a place, especially here where I am not exactly where I want to be, and there's so much more to explore. And especially here because it is so alive and so different from most places I've ever experienced. There's something about the soul of this land that just speaks so greatly. I don't know how to put it to words yet, and I'm gonna work on figuring it out so I can vocalize it to you, but it's really incredible to feel the earth here. And I want to spend some more time getting to know it. I do have similar concerns with this area in general that I did have with Virginia, with it growing and expanding. With people, there is a lot of that in Washington, and I really don't want to live in an area that grows as much as it did back home. I really want to stay somewhere that is pretty rural and wild and free. So that is something I need to figure out before really maybe committing to settling down here. But so far, I am really loving it out here. For the first time ever in my life, I genuinely feel proud of who I am and what I've done with my life. I genuinely have been working towards living my life this way for years. And I've been putting effort into it every single day and not settling and not saying no. I never once told myself that I couldn't do it. And the fact that I'm here now is just beyond crazy to me. You know, there's always that goal, there was always that dream, and I knew I was going to hit it one day because I wasn't going to settle for anything less. But to actually finally be here, to actually finally be out exploring and finding the world has meant so much to me. And I just feel so incredibly grateful to be able to be sharing it here with you guys. So with that, I suppose I'm gonna sign off, and I'll see you soon in my next vlog, which I'm very, very excited to begin sharing with you. All right, guys.
You could see yourself just sitting there on my chair. I'm staring at you, you don't even notice. Should've told you straight away, you don't have to be afraid.